If you're single and over 40, you've had a few relationships along the way. Either those relationships were short or they were longer. But the bottom line is either you've broken it up in some of those relationships or she's broken it up with you. And the worst thing that can happen is that you play the victim. It's always someone else's fault and you don't actually look in the mirror. So that's what this video is about. This video, I'm going to share the 7 things that I did to cause over 20 relationship failures. And specifically 4 and 5, I'm still struggling with now. All right. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and a notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. All right. 7 things that I did to cause more than 20 breakups in my relationships. And I had to take a hard look at myself, look in the mirror, and go, wait, maybe I was the problem. Okay? It's not always someone else that's the problem. Women are probably the worst at this, where they always play the victim. They're always in camp victim and going to their friends, going to their family, manipulating the story, which, by the way, there's always 3 sides to a story. Have you ever heard this? Not 2 sides, 3 sides. It's what she said, what he said, and what actually happened. Okay, but of course, many women, they will play the victim because they love playing the victim and being somebody being sympathetic to them, but yet maybe it's actually their fault. So I'm trying to tell you guys, one of the best things you can do is look in the mirror and see what you did wrong. So I'm just going to get right into this. And like I said, number 4 and 5, I'm still struggling with today. So first up, number 1, I'm divorced. I was married for 20 years. That's some baggage. Okay. And I don't want to repeat the things that happened during the marriage. And so those things before were in my mind, and I did bring a lot of baggage to relationships because I was either comparing this person to my ex-wife, or I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want that, or trying to find someone the complete opposite, which wasn't necessarily the right thing to do. Number 2, insecurities. So I was very insecure after my 20-year marriage and then being single for at least probably the first about the first year, I was extremely insecure. Oh, are women going to like me? They're going to appreciate me? I'm old guy now, bald, right? Right? I had more hair when I was younger. And I didn't look the way I look now, like physically. I definitely had extra weight for sure. And I was not looking very masculine. And so also the emasculation that I went through during the marriage kind of was beating me down slowly. So I had these insecurities. That's number 2. Number 3 was fear. Fear of commitment, right? Oh, is she going to leave me? Or is she going to change? Fear was definitely a driver and something that I brought when I was first dating with me along the way. And number 4, number 5, like these are the 2 I want to talk to you guys about. Number 4 is options. So I struggle with this today, and that is, wait a minute, I have options, which is now number 5. This is the next big one, right, that I struggle with today. I don't have the patience. So if I have options, why the hell do I need to be patient with bad attitudes, shit tests that keep coming my way, somebody that's not reliable, or they're just plain out, not very nice to be around and not enjoyable anymore? So many times it's a revolving door for me, and I'm sharing this with you guys. I go on lots of dates, sometimes many, 2, 3, 4 dates a week, right? And it's a one and done a lot of times, or it's maybe 2 dates, maybe 3 dates, and then I'm out. Or I start seeing someone for a couple months, and then it's like they were on their best behavior during those first few months, and then now they start misbehaving. Now they're starting to test me, and I nip it in the ass, try to have some conversations. But the thing is, women don't want to take accountability. They play the victim. They try to gaslight you and say, well, I wouldn't have reacted like that if you didn't do this. And meanwhile, what you did was like a non-issue. Like, for example, some women start to get insecure, and you're out with your friends and you don't pick up your phone. She's trying to call you. Well, What if you're having this amazing conversation with your friends, you're having a beer, and your phone's off to the side, and you're not looking at your phone, and 15 minutes go by. This actually happened to me a few times, and she lights you up like a Christmas tree, and she's texting you. She's like, why are you being such a jerk, in caps? You should answer your phone when I call. Oh, really? I should answer my phone every time you call? No, that's not the way it works. So this is what I'm talking about. So no patience, right? I seriously, guys, and I encourage you to, and I've seen a lot of comments on my channel, and I really appreciate it, is it's better to be alone than deal with that shit, right? So, but it means my relationships are a lot shorter typically because I just don't have the patience for it. So I struggle with those two things. I know I have options, right? And I have little patience. So I'm just sharing that. And number 6 and number 7. So number 6 is reaction triggers. So before I would get triggered when a woman, when we're starting to date, she would try to emasculate me, or she would try to challenge me in some way, or she'd send me some nasty text, right? I'm beyond that now. Now I know it's just shit tests, and I just nip it in the ass and go, look, that's not very nice. So how would you like it if I did that to you? They will twitch for a minute and go, well, they'll try to gaslight me. And then I will say, you're trying to gaslight me. Don't appreciate it. So that's how I react to these things. And I don't get a reaction like I did before with these triggers, right? These triggers, I would get upset. I would let my emotions get the best of me. And then I would feed into this shit, and I would text them back, and it would just get bad and spiral out of control. Now I'm just very, and it's a take it or leave it. Again, back to my number 4 and 5 about options and no patience. So that's the way I am with reaction triggers. I don't get triggered really anymore because I nip it in the ass. And number 7, and this was also something that I dealt with when I was newly dating, is past trauma. Okay, so I went through some trauma as a kid, and my birth mother, my birth father were not the greatest human beings on this earth, and so that it took me. And I struggled with this during the marriage a little bit as well, but it's like a whole awakening happened when I became single, and after 1 year of just having these failed relationships and having no choice but to look at yourself in the mirror and think, oh, okay, I must be doing something wrong. And it was very freeing at that point of going, these are the reasons why I was having so many failed relationships, and then I dealt with it. And now it's just those two, like I said. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments, right? What do you think? Should I just still hang on to this number 4 and number 5 of like, I have options, number 1, and 2, I have no patience. Should I keep those, or should I try to work on those two things as well? So that's the end of this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.